We have been talking for months about the end of Title 42, and that's, of course, the pandemic restriction that allowed Border Patrol to keep many illegals on the other side of the border. But a great column written today at the New York Post lays out how the human tidal wave, and it really is, and we've been talking to some of our border correspondents about it, is about to crash into the U.S. So if you think it's bad now, just wait, because on May 11th, Joe Biden has no plan to stop it. And this article was written by Todd Benson, and he just happens to be right with us now. Great to see you, Todd.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Todd, you say Biden doesn't have a plan, but are you sure the plan isn't just to allow Title 42 to end and then allow the floodgates to open? Hasn't that been his plan all along?
Well, a better headline would have been, doesn't have a real plan that would work, but that's a few extra words. They do have a plan, but the plan calls for using Title 8, which means expedited removal. And the problem with expedited removal is that's just the old law that's always been abused for years and years and years by people who can get around it claiming asylum. So everybody who comes across the border now will be subject to expedited removal, but they are going to be able to get around it very easily and very quickly. So the issue there really is that there are so many loopholes built into this thing that pretty much for example, the new policy exempts from expedited removal all unaccompanied minors. So we've had 350, 400,000 enter in the last 2 years. You can imagine what that exemption is going to mean for unaccompanied minors. Anybody who just sends their kids over, they're getting in. Anybody who's single can cross in and just claim asylum. And if they get rejected, so what? Because then all they have to do is say, I am afraid to be returned to Mexico, and you get in. And family units that will be crossing in large numbers have something called the Flores loophole, Flores settlement. Look it up, Google it. It says that the United States can't detain families for longer than 20 days. Got to let them all go. So they're going to be crossing in to get a hold of that thing again. They have not been able to get a hold of that because of Title 42. Well, lots of them were. They were exempted in from Title 42. Now they'll just be able to course in. And so that's why I think there's going to be a big upsurge. We're already in a tsunami, a tidal wave. I get that. But imagine that. Like, can you put steroids in a tsunami? I don't know. It's going to be a whole lot more, and you should be able to see it.